Kevin Sidebottom here, speaker, author, and trainer. And I go around and teach sales organizations and leadership teams how to build trust and influence with their customers and their team members, drive more revenue and higher profits. Today, let's talk about how leaders can communicate to actually build trust. That's right. Trust is a huge thing because if we have high levels of trust in our environment, guess what happens? Speed goes up, costs go down. What does that mean for our bottom line? Yep, that's right. Higher profits. So if we are in a leadership position, we need to make sure we're communicating effectively to the organization, to our team members, because we need to build that trust. Well, what do we do to actually communicate better? Well, we need to be focused on the people we're trying to communicate to. That's right. We don't want to focus on our message and me and how well I'm coming off. We actually need to be, how are we helping them? Because here's the deal. Everybody asks 3 questions. Do I like you? Do I trust you? And how can you help me? And if we can't answer those 3 questions, which is typically in about 7 seconds, we're not going to get anywhere with anybody. So we need to make sure that our likability's up. We're not showing up like Eeyore in a bad environment that's like totally chaotic. We need to make sure we're wearing the right colors whenever we're speaking to people. We don't want to be just authoritative. We're in power ties all the time and making people bend to our will. We actually need to be focused on them. How can we relax them? How can we not trigger them? How can we communicate with a solid message and know that they matter? Because that's what people want basically to know, is they matter. So when we're communicating, make sure that we're showing up, because 90% of communication, nonverbal. That's right. The words we say is about 10%. Everything else, how we show up, what we look like, our tones, right? If we're very sarcastic, which is my love language, it's actually difficult to build trust with our teams if we're not focused on doing it right. So what can we do? Well, we need to make sure that area we show up in, that's not chaotic, the colors, the scents, when we're communicating with people. But we also need to focus on our tonality and how we're engaging them. So when we're up there communicating with our team members and our organization, let's focus on those 3 questions. Do I like you? Do I trust you? And how can I help you? Well, let's also focus in on their situations if we can. Now, we can't go and learn about everybody's situation, but we can understand what the organization's at, be transparent, be vulnerable, and actually caring about people when we're communicating. Here's our situation, right? Here's the issues, and here's the ramifications, and here's what I'm going to do to make sure that the ramifications are good. Here's what I want to do. Here's where I need your help. By doing this, we can get through this together. We can accomplish this. But by being vulnerable, saying, I can't do everything on my own, I don't know everything, I'm trusting people, this is why I have these people here, we're going to build trust. Now, it takes time. People don't just automatically hand you trust. They give you a little bit to talk to them, but to trust their paycheck and their livelihood and everything, it's going to take time. So we need to make sure every time we're stepping up, we need to communicate effectively and make sure that we're encouraging them and focused in on them. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If the video is helpful, hit like, share, subscribe, send to somebody that it might help. That's why I do these videos. All right? We'll see you next time.